blitzing until the end of the hour if I have to cover all the news. Thank you for joining us. Obama says he'll legalize illegal aliens, do whatever he wants. He'll ban your guns without law. He'll shut down your power plant. He'll launch wars. He's God. And the neocon media isn't even making a big deal out of it, hardly. Let's go ahead and talk to Steve in Florida. You're on the air, Steve. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, Alex. First of all, I just wanted to say that I have a good suggestion for a theme along the lines of, you're talking about the Joker, Obama Joker posters and the new one that you're coming up with. And I think the title under it should be Obama 213, Tyranny in Overdrive. Because, Obama and Romney, you've got no difference, and that's all it's going to be is the acceleration of the tyranny. So, Obama 2013, Tyranny in Overdrive. But I also wanted to say, you had done this excellent interview last week with James Wesley Rawls, and I went to his website, survivalblog.com, and he has a link there to what happened in Waco in '93. Everybody needs to look at this. It's a 2-part documentary called Waco, The Rules of Engagement. It's excellent.
Yeah, they sent in the Delta Force to murder the children as well. The order was kill them all, including 1-year-old babies. With pleasure, they did.
Yeah, and here's the thing. There's a religious aspect to that because, they were a quote-unquote Christian cult. Mount Carmel, because that in the Bible in the Old Testament is where Elijah met the prophets of Baal and the fire came down and took the sacrifice showing who the real God was. So they took that to the extreme. Okay, well, we'll just, they've called it this, so we'll just make it for real, as far as what we're going to do. But I wanted to say everybody needs to look at that and just replace the name of David Koresh or Vernon Howe with your own name and your church's name with the name of Branch Davidians, because the thing is, there's people, they were a cult, they got what they deserved, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no. The ATF in that video, it's their own footage. They said we're going to get more funding. We picked a group so we can then go after any churches we want. They picked it to be the rollout of a new war against the American people, and it backfired. You see, the good news is, as this stuff gets worse and worse, it's going to backfire. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, my friend.
Well, I just got so angry watching this out, and the thing that really angered me the most was seeing the FBI special agent testifying before Congress, as well as these other clowns, blatantly contradicting all the expert testimony and lying through their teeth. And here they show the photos of these people, especially the children, burned to death in this fire. That's your children, folks.
And the Feds started the fire. It's all on tape. And then they pose with skulls of the children and others. Very manly.
I mean, you're right. These people, they have no conscience. They get joy out of doing this stuff. And these people are their enforcers. And like you said, they're going to take their pensions. They're going to give their family cancer. But these people at the top of the pyramid, I'll tell you something, there's a place waiting for them called hell. And that's where they're going to burn for all eternity. But in the meantime, we need to stop standing down and start standing up to this tyranny, because if we don't, like you said, I mean, this isn't just about, like the situation with Rand Paul and Ron Paul, this isn't just about a presidential election. This is about the survival of our nation and our race. And, I mean, these people are dead serious. They want to exterminate us all through their eugenics program.
Well said, Steve. Well said. All right, Nate, Randy, Doris, Chris, and others, your calls are straight ahead. 800-259-9231. And I will discipline myself. I will news blitz. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, in his own words, Obama says he is a Constitution-violating dictator. We've also got other really bizarre news with the nanny state I'm going to be going over. And we'll look at the big financial news. The word is, Goldman Sachs is saying QE3, quantitative easing 3, will begin in 1 week. And that will mean massively increased inflation. But right now, let's go through your calls as quickly as possible. Nate in New Jersey, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, Alex. Hey, good to be with you. Listen, Alex, I got to tell you, you'd say about how people are waking up. I've got a friend of mine who's younger than me. He's 16 years old, goes to the government re-education camps known as public school. He went on an incredible rant about just how awake he is and realizing that public schools today are a joke. And my other friend of mine, I mean, he's not a big reader of yours, but he just went on an amazing rant. Just listening to two of my friends who are around my age, and I think, you know, college-age kids are probably the easiest to wake up. Because I get people who come up to me and they say, Nate, you post the most interesting news stories. Which generation do you think is the easiest to wake up, or, easiest to wake up, would you say? Hello?
Well, your phone, your phone's pretty bad. I'm making out most of it. What was the last point? What of our generation, or what generation is the easiest to wake up?
Yeah.
I think it varies widely, but most folks, if they're older, are either already awake or they're in denial and will never wake up. So obviously young people are the group to target. But look, someone can seem like they're completely asleep, and you say things to them that make them wake up a month later, but you never talk to them again. It's all part of planting seeds. Or you can wake somebody up right there on the spot. If somebody gets angry at you, that means they're a lot closer to waking up than if they just laugh at you. And again, we don't need everybody. Some people just are stupid. Everybody is awake to a certain extent nowadays. Because so much of this agenda is out in the open. It's just instead of denying all the tyranny, they say the tyranny is good or make excuses for it. And like you said, I'm seeing people everywhere spontaneously awaken. Because the deeper the sleep, sometimes you can really come out of it quick. Anything else?
Well, first of all, you mentioned yourself, Glenn Beck, and Matt Drudge as sort of like a spearman of the alternative media. Do you know of this guy by the name of Ben Swan?
No, and I've heard that name. Somebody called in like a month ago about it.
Yeah, because he is a reporter for the local news station in Cincinnati, Ohio. He was one of the few people to break mostly Ron Paul-centered stories, but he also reported on the NDAA.
Oh, yeah, he's a younger guy with dark hair.
Yeah, homeschooled.
Yeah, no, I've seen that fella. Yeah, there's all sorts of local people who are telling the truth and getting huge audiences. That's the thing. Local news directors are discovering, you talk about liberty and freedom, suddenly it's popular. So just from a market base, they're letting more and more people get on the air and tell the truth. Great points. Good to hear from you. Yeah, look, all of us just need to get out there and start speaking out. Let me tell you, this Obama thing is going to be big. I'm going to come up with a couple of poster designs. One of them is dictator trash or dictator scum, Obama's face with a Hitler mustache, because that'll really make the system go crazy. You got to get them real mad, like a red cape to the bull, because it's their attack that's going to get the attention. I know the White House listens. You're not going to be able to stop the local media from covering this. Okay, you're not in full control. In their zest to defend you, they will be defeated. And then Infowars.com on the bottom. But we should also do that famous poster from '96 of Tony Blair, black and white photo, black cutout across his eyes with demon eyes, and then say, Dictator Demon, Infowars.com. Oh, yeah. And folks, don't wait. Make your own. Use the ones we come up with. Whoever hangs up the most and sends them to contest@Infowars.com by Friday night. Hang them, shoot video, Friday night. I'll announce Monday evening on the nightly news next week who the winner is, $5,000. Legal and lawful areas. And then, we're not going to stop there. The next Friday, and it can be the same person, whoever does the most, but two different events, $10,000. Look, I don't want to just take the money we've accrued and do nothing with it. People are like, $10,000. Folks, you couldn't pay $10,000 to get a local news station to do a 3-minute report on you. We'll probably get 50 to 100 or more stations to cover this. This will be $1 million, $2 million in advertising for the truth. So before people say, well, that's a big prize. Look, I could say just do it, the listeners would. I want to put some competition in this. I will defile your scumbag dictator. I will resist. People are like, aren't you afraid? I'm afraid of them winning. I'm afraid of not living to my full potential. I'm afraid of being a coward. I mean, listen, wild horses cannot drag me away here. We're going to the next level around here in the fight against tyranny. Doris in Tennessee, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the reason that I think people are they're afraid of their of the de facto government.
No. They're afraid. You should be afraid of letting them win, people. The danger is in not fighting back. The danger is in going along with this, you idiots. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, they fear the de facto government, and I went down to my local councilman, if you want to call it that. I came under such persecution and such torment that I ended up having to pay $5,000, which it was well worth it. The guy from the Daily Caller that called out Obama the other day.
Yes.
When he was a patriot, and Chris Matthews on Fox News said he should never be allowed to be in the press corps again. That's what we're dealing with. People like Chris Matthews telling people what to think. He's a modern-day Pharisee.
Well, look, what I did a decade ago, confronting politicians in press conferences and getting arrested and stuff, that We Are Change has taken to the 10th level of magnitude, now is going to make people like Daily Caller that are competing with us start doing that. And that's great, because I'm not in competition with them. They think I'm in competition with them. I want them to be 10 times bigger than Infowars.com. I just want to have a future here. And that's what we need, is to stop going and having Obama shovel lies at us. It's like that congressman that called him a liar in the State of the Union. He is a big, fat liar. It's time to call them out for what they are. In fact, that's another one. Dictator liar. And show Obama with a big Pinocchio nose. Infowars.com. Dictator demon. Show Obama as a demon. Infowars.com. And dictator scum or trash with a Hitler mustache. Defile the trash. Laugh at them. Hate them. Openly discuss what filth and illegitimate they are. Stop being afraid. God bless you, ma'am. Great points. You're absolutely right. It is time to stop being afraid. It is time to stop being afraid. It is time to stop being afraid. Chris in Florida, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. I'm not afraid.
Good.
And I have 2 recommendations for guests for you to have on. If one of them is still alive, he was awesome. You've had him on before, Dr. John Coleman.
Yeah, I've wanted him back on, Coleman. Yeah, I think he's still alive. Good guy. I know he's in health problems. Yeah, the former MI6 guy. Excellent source. We'll get him on. Who else? 300.
I believe you had him on. You featured him in Obama Deception, Professor Griff. He's real good. I've been following him over the years.
Yeah, no, I mean, Professor Griff has plugged Infowars to the LA Times. He's plugged Obama Deception at concerts, and then every time we're about to get him on, those guys are always busy. It's like we'll be contacted in KRS-One. Hey, KRS-One will come on, and then it never happens. And I understand being busy. I'm the same way now. It's hard to do interviews and stuff. But yeah, I would like to get Professor Griff, KRS-One on. Who else?
Oh, and there's another guy that I know. I talk to all these guys personally, but I don't know if he does the political stuff so much anymore.
I got to let you go, man. You're saying, who?